Okay, so this is not a build guide. It's a video about combo as a mechanic in Path of Exile, since Martial Master has 2 Ascendancy nodes based around combo. I guess if you want, you could call this a combo guide, though it's not like a combo guide like, Street Fighter or anything like that. Although...
Street Fighter 6.
Nah, I'm just joking. It's Path of Exile still. These 2 nodes for the Martial Artist are very combo focused. The first node, Martial Adept, making it so that when you gain combo, you gain an additional combo, and minus 0.2 seconds to current energy shield recharge delay per combo expended when using skills. The default for energy shield recharge delay is 4 seconds. I do not believe a lot of energy shield recharge stuff changed in the patch notes, but I do not believe that did. So you would need to expend 20 combo to immediately start regenning your energy shield, which is not as possible with Culmination now that they have lowered the max combo down from 20 to 10, but that's still reasonable. Worst case scenario, a Culmination cuts your energy shield recharge delay in half. Then, Martial Master grants you skills can build and retain combo regardless of weapon set, and gain combo from all attack hits. That first line, skills can build and retain combo regardless of weapon set. Typically, combo can only be built while using the same weapon as the combo skill is bound to, and will be lost if you swap weapons. This changes that. So now you could swap between 2 strike skill weapons, because combo is only built by successfully striking enemies. So slams do not count. It is a melee attack, so bows, grenades, arrows, none of those would count. Though strikes with a spear would count, even though most combo stuff is based on quarterstaffs. You still do have some other options. For example, Bone Shatter is a melee strike, which is not done with a quarterstaff, and something like Rake is a melee strike that is not done with a quarterstaff. So, with this first node, you could have a spear and use something like Rake or Rapid Assault to build combo, and then swap to your quarterstaff to slam down a Tempest Bell. But the second node, gain combo from all attack hits, is significantly stronger. They are both very strong because they can be comboed together, but the all attack hits, in my opinion, despite a little bit relying on that first line, is significantly stronger. Because right now I have the skill gems sorted by attack strike, which means that these, minus the ones that don't exist yet because they aren't in the game, are all of the skills that can generate you combo. There's some here, but these are like the basic weapons, so those aren't really big on the list. Now, you don't need to use strikes. You just need attacks, which gives you a lot more options and especially allows you to use offhand weapons or second weapon sets that hit a lot. You can use, for example, Spiral Volley. Spiral Volley fires 25 arrows and chains once per frenzy charge consumed. So if you have a lot of frenzy charges, or even really 1 frenzy charge, you can press Spiral Arrow with your bow in your second weapon set, and you will immediately be at full combo. You probably don't even need the frenzy charge because 25 arrows is significantly more, 29 with quality, than you could even require with Culmination for a maximum of 10. But you can use any attack skill, which should also count the Herald buffs. Herald of Ice, Herald of Thunder, and Herald of Blood all do attack hits depending on certain conditions. Herald of Ice requires you to shatter an enemy. Herald of Blood requires you to kill an enemy with blood loss. And Herald of Thunder requires you to kill a shocked enemy, and they all add extra attack hits that should let you generate extra combo that won't change, or rather will not fall off if you switch between 2 different weapons. Now, while Martial Master is very strong, Martial Adept is no slouch itself. I already talked about how you only need 20 combo to constantly be restarting your energy shield. But how tough would that really be to hit? Well, I have one example, which is using the when you gain combo, gain an additional combo with Culmination 2, Aelith's Chimes, and Flicker Strike. You will also need another skill. Your Flicker Strike will not be supported by Culmination 2 or Aelith's Chimes, because you cannot gain power charges while using Flicker Strike, so you wouldn't want that. But you have your Flicker Strike supported with whatever you want. Culmination 2 has up to 10 maximum combo in this patch, which with Aelith's Chimes, 25% surpassing chance per combo, grants you 2 power charges with a 50% chance of a third power charge. Let's assume worst case scenario and you get 2 power charges. That means that with Flicker Strike, you would teleport and strike 1 time, and then 2 additional times per power charge, so 4 additional times. You would strike 5 times, generating 5 combo, but with Martial Master, you are gaining, with Martial Adept, you are gaining an additional combo. You now have 10 combo, which has maxed out your culmination. You can attach this culmination Aelith's Chimes to whatever skill you want, as long as it is a strike, unless you take Martial Master, in which case you can attach it to whatever skill you want. As long as you're hitting an enemy, you could even do something like Leap Slam. You know, you get to use a movement skill, and when it hits, you would immediately gain your power charges, which you can then Flicker Strike. I'm not entirely sure how good of an idea Leap Slam would be necessarily. I'm using my Path of Exile 1 knowledge for it, but you could use a movement skill that is not a strike to do so. So you could just movement skill to a pack. As long as you get 1 hit, your Culmination 2 Aelith's Chimes, you don't even need to get a hit. I'm looking at this now. This does not say lose all combo on hit. It's lose all combo on use, so you don't even need to get a hit. You could, potentially, this still needs to be a melee attack, so it's not like you could use a buff. You couldn't, as you can see, it's not here. You wouldn't be able to use Charged Staff, for example, because while Charged Staff does have the attack tag, that is for the shockwave, not the spell, so I believe it would not work. If it does work, feel free to correct me, and that would be an amazing option to use. There is another option that does not make use of Culmination at all, which is Mantra of Destruction. Mantra of Destruction would grant you a bunch of extra damage as Chaos. It's going to be cut out, but there might be a small jump cut here because I saw Purple Flames of Trayula and was like, wait, can you only get this from Acolyte of Trayula? No, that's not the case. You could use something like Mantra of Destruction here, requires 8 combo to use, along with Aelith's Chimes, so you could get a pretty big chaos damage buff, as well as empowering to get some extra Purple Flames, which would grant you your power charges for Flicker Strike. There is the additional effect from quality of requiring 1 fewer combo to use. You actually wouldn't want that, because that would give you a chance to only generate 1 power charge with Aelith's Chimes, unless you use something like Delayed Gratification, but you don't really need the additional use, so you would just keep it at 0 quality. I think this video had a direction that it was heading at one point, but then seeing the Purple Flames of Chayula here, like, rattled my brain so much that I had to go open the game to see and make sure that it wasn't a skill that you got from Acolyte of Chayula, and now I don't remember where I was going with this. Point is, combo's fun. You build up combo by striking enemies, you can cash it out with certain skills, or any skill that is supported, any melee attack that is supported by either combo finisher or culmination. With Martial Adept, you gain additional combo, which if you have no other chance for additional combo is effectively double, plus you gain energy shield recharge when you expend it. Martial Master makes it so that you don't need to use strike skills and can swap between weapon sets. I'm sure there are other, perhaps even better ways to use this that don't involve Flicker Strike, but what can I say? I like teleporting around. But yeah, especially since my mind got like, I believe the term is potentially mind flooded. There's a chance I missed some stuff that I meant to talk about. If you have any other questions about combo, feel free to ask them. I might not know the answer to it, But if I do know or can find out the answer to it, I will figure it out and let you know.